The first episode introduces Cecily, a seemingly ordinary woman whose life is disrupted by the disappearance of her family's au pair, Ruby. Ruby had previously asked Cecily for help finding a new job. Her disappearance is met with varying levels of concern among the neighbors. Cecily and her current au pair, Angel, show the most distress, while Katerina, Ruby's employer, and her husband, Rasmus, seem less worried, leading to suspicion. Adding to the mystery, Cecily discovers a pregnancy test in a neighbor's trash, further fueling her suspicions, especially after a clandestine encounter with Rasmus near the trash bin. A subplot is introduced involving Cecily's children and their friends, who are secretly recording inappropriate videos of their classmates, highlighting a disturbing element of secrecy and potential wrongdoing among the younger generation. The episode ends with Cecily and her husband, Mike, being secretly filmed during an intimate moment, leaving the audience to wonder about the identity of the person filming and the overall connections between the various mysteries unfolding in the neighborhood. Episode 2. Episode 2 follows police officer Aisha's investigation into the disappearance of Ruby, who was employed by the wealthy Rasmus and Katerina. Aisha uncovers inconsistencies in the family statements, a prior domestic disturbance report, and Ruby's last communications, which reveal a potential conflict between Rasmus and Katerina. Cecily, still dealing with postpartum depression, struggles with her strange relationship with her son. Meanwhile, Mike prioritizes business deals with Rasmus. Angel reveals that Ruby confided in her about wanting to find a new host family. She also mentions Ruby's last known contact was with Kim Flores. The episode concludes with Aisha confronting Kim, leading to a chaotic scene. Suspicions continue to linger around Rasmus, Katerina, and the unsettling behavior of Cecily's sons, Vigo and Oscar, who are secretly filming girls, adding another layer of mystery. Episode 3. Cecily dreams about Ruby. Outside, Rasmus and Mike are chatting. The baby monitor is on, and Mike is holding their child. Cecily overhears Rasmus asking Mike to keep Katerina from reporting him to the authorities. Mike insists he's trying to do the right thing and won't report anything. Cecily decides to go for a run rather than confront Mike. At the police station, Carl visits Aisha. The woman involved in Kim's house incident was deported. Cecily calls Aisha to report the pregnancy test she found. She reveals that Ruby had a fiancé and was a fervent Catholic. Rumor has it Rasmus assaulted Ruby after she became pregnant. According to Cecily, Rasmus and Katerina have had numerous au pairs. Angel visits Donna for help sending money home. Donna confirms Ruby had been seeking other job opportunities. Donna also notes that Oscar had grown up and Ruby no longer wanted to work for the family. On her way home, Cecily encounters Rasmus and Katerina, who mock her for running and ask her to watch Oscar while they travel. At the station, Carl and Aisha discuss Ruby's case. Aisha decides to visit Ruby's church. The priest refuses to disclose what Ruby confessed. Oscar and his classmates pressure Vigo to provide more secret videos. Mike confronts Cecily about missing emergency funds. Vigo confesses to giving the money to Angel to prevent her from leaving. Angel reveals she has a child, which is against au pair rules. She lied to stay employed. Rasmus and Katerina visit the house after Mike tells them about Angel. They harshly criticize her. When Rasmus mentions Ruby, Cecily defends Angel. Tension rises, and the couple leaves. Outside, Vigo films Angel restocking beverages. Later, Aisha gets a call that Ruby's purse was found. Carl calls this a bad sign. Mike attempts to be intimate with Cecily, but she runs. Vigo sketches a disturbing image. Angel contacts Ruby's boyfriend, who says Ruby broke up with him a week ago without explanation. Vigo begs Angel to let him sleep in her bed, but she refuses. Cecily confronts Mike about his dealings with Rasmus. He won't explain his past comments about Ruby. She browses his phone and finds surprisingly affectionate messages to Ruby. Episode 4. Mike exercises while Cecily watches. She questions his relationship with Ruby. He denies knowing about the pregnancy and accuses her of being paranoid. Aisha investigates further. She finds a luxury hotel parking card in Ruby's bag. A hotel employee recognizes Ruby, stating she was seen with a Porsche Taycan turbo driver, later identified as Mike. His 23-year-old record surfaces. Oscar spies on Cecily with a drone. Angel attends church with other Filipinos. They organize a search party around a location where Ruby's purse was found, frustrated by police inaction. Cecily allows Angel to join. Oscar watches a disturbing video and later wets the bed. Cecily comforts him. At school drop-off, Cecily bumps into Katerina and tells her about the search. Aisha returns to Ruby's church. This time, the priest admits Ruby feared she was pregnant but didn't name her rapist. She didn't want an abortion, so the priest told her to speak with the father. The search party finds nothing. Angel dreams of Ruby. Vigo seems emotionally disturbed. Mike becomes Aisha's primary suspect. Cecily tells her Mike came home after Ruby and others left that night. Later, Cecily confronts Mike again. He claims he stayed at a hotel. The marina discovers a body matching Ruby's description. Aisha runs to identify the red-jumpered, blue-jean corpse. Cecily sees police cars zooming by during her run. The episode ends with a close-up of Ruby's body in the water. Episode 5. Mike checks into the hotel. Katerina, distraught, visits Cecily. Oscar texts Vigo about posting a new video. Vigo hides while Katerina begs Cecily to identify the body because Rasmus is away. Cecily ignores Vigo's request to talk. At the morgue, she confirms Ruby's identity. Later, she recants, saying she doesn't remember when Mike got home due to sleeping medication. Aisha calls Mike but gets no answer. Cecily informs Angel about Ruby's death. Angel is devastated. Cecily forgets to pick Vigo up from school. Mike retrieves him. Cecily again questions Mike about Ruby. He denies paternity. She doesn't believe him. Katerina later soothes Cecily with medication and assures her Mike is innocent. Aisha visits Mike at work. He shares CCTV footage. She requests a DNA sample. Angel's sister calls for more money, and Angel lashes out, then apologizes. Mike brings DNA results home. It proves he isn't Ruby's baby's father. He yells at Cecily for doubting him. She yells back, blaming him for playing the victim. At school, Vigo is caught watching a private video. The teacher believes it shows Angel, but it's Ruby secretly filmed post-shower. A meeting with the boy's parents follows. Ruby's autopsy suggests homicide or suicide. Carl leans towards suicide, but Aisha isn't convinced. She tells Rasmus that the body is released for burial. He offers to help with funeral costs and insists he's innocent. He also offers a DNA sample. At the parent meeting, Katerina is dismissive until Oscar is implicated. She punches the teacher. Outside, Cecily tells Katerina their sons should no longer be friends. Later, Oscar chokes Vigo, threatening him to keep quiet. Cecily comforts a shaken Vigo. He tells her about the video, but won't reveal the content. That night, someone throws a rock through their window. Episode 6 Finale. Katerina removes and checks the nanny cam from Ruby's room. Cecily calls Aisha to report the broken window and Oscar's threats. Aisha urges her to file a report. Cecily does, and Aisha gets a warrant. But Ruby's room has been cleaned. No devices yield evidence. Katerina confronts Cecily and throws her postpartum depression in her face. Cecily is furious and demands Vigo explain the video. Rasmus's DNA matches the fetus. He is the grandfather. Oscar fathered Ruby's child. Cecily tells Angel. She calls Mike to come home. When he arrives, Oscar claims Ruby had to like him because she worked for them. Mike escorts Oscar home. Rasmus blames Katerina and hires lawyers to protect Oscar, framing Ruby as the predator. Mike refuses to drop Rasmus as a client. He and Cecily fight over protecting Vigo from a painful legal case. Aisha continues investigating. She asks Cecily to let Vigo testify, but she declines. At Ruby's memorial, neighbors turn on Rasmus and Katerina. Cecily fires Angel, claiming it's to spend more time with the kids, but also due to fears about Vigo's developing feelings. Angel is devastated but leaves. Vigo is crushed. Rasmus and Katerina send Oscar to boarding school and invite Cecily's family to the farewell. Aisha warns Cecily to be cautious. Neighbors will do anything to protect secrets. On her way to Katerina's, Cecily runs into Oscar. He says Ruby argued with Katerina before disappearing. Cecily confronts Katerina. Katerina scoffs, accuses her of naivety, and mocks her suspicions about Ruby's death. The episode ends with Cecily staring silently at the water.